Hello and welcome to the Austin Pinball Collective. Tonight we've got a Farmin Friday tournament. This is going to be 3 hours of qualifying on classics, and then after that we're going to go into finals. Not entirely sure what the format of that's going to be. Probably taking maybe 8 to 10 people into finals, and then it'll probably be maybe a last, don't be last or Papa style or something like that. So anyway, we will be getting started here very shortly, so please stick around, and thank you for joining.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for coming to our first Farmin Friday of 2026. If the name isn't obvious to you, the point of this tournament is to be a Whopper farm. It is to have the most points we can get out of the evening toward your meaningless pinball points that add up to going to state finals. You're into that sort of thing. So that means that we are very interested in moving quickly through our games. We're not going to walk away and dawdle and go out to smoke and do other things. We're going to stick with our games until they're done. We're going to do 2 games per round. So you get the same group to play 1 game fully. Then you'll go to the next game and play that game fully. All right? If you do need to step out for any reason, please let the people in your group know that. And or if your group is already done, then let a TV know just in case. We are shooting for a TGP. If you don't even know what that is, don't worry about it. But if you care about that, we're shooting for 144% tonight. That is the goal. All right. So we're going to try to get in 10 games, which would be 5 rounds of 2 games, only on classics and only on the classics that we know because we don't play forever. And then we're going to look at taking a top 8 to Pinburgh-style finals. If you're not familiar with that, we'll explain it, but you'll play in groups of 4. And you'll play 4 games, and the scoring on that will be 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Anybody have any questions? I think the only games that aren't in this area is just Xenon and one other that's worked on. Xenon and Mars.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over.
Yeah, so we're gonna see. If it does, it does. But yeah, there's only
All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
hold on. Oh, there should only be Mars, God of War, and Xenon that are in the very front room of the museum. So everything else should be in this area. Oh, and Cleopatra. Thank you. That was the other one. I was trying to look at the list here for it.
Did she take it out? Shake hands. Hold on. You playing?
Got a couple stragglers here, which is perfectly fine. Remember rules of APC. If you're going to go over to the bathroom, you're going to leave here. Leave your drink on the nice little bench that is right there by the door, and make sure you pay attention to the bathroom code that is also posted there, so that you don't look silly when you walk all the way down to the bathroom and realize you don't have the code to get in. And if you need to go outside, there should be, if you aren't a member with a little key fob to get back in the front door, there should be a hall pass with a key fob on there. And we're going to be cool about that. You're only going to take it when you need it, not hold on to it the whole night because you want to step out to smoke every few minutes.
You could also buy a membership.
Yes. If you really want it, Bob. That's the easier way. Okay, do you want to read everybody?
Yes, I can read. Okay, I'm calling off your name. If you don't hear your name, tell me. Alex Copeland, Amanda Fincher, Brandon Borrego, Brian Betcher, pass. Christopher Welch, Craig, Henry Wilton, Jay Goldberg, Jason Newman, Geneva, Jonathan, Kevin Fincher, Nadia, Neil, Nicholas, Oliver, Paul, Philippe, Philip, Rachel, Ray, Rob, Sam, TJ, Lewis. There's also a new person who's never played in a tournament, Sam. Welcome him. Please be nice, help him. He may not know everything. That's okay. So
especially with making sure he doesn't play out of turn. So
yes.
I don't know if you need to explain this already, but you'll see it'll say if you're first, second, third, or fourth player, and just make sure it's that's whose ball you're playing. Yep. And everybody with group
extra balls. If you earn an extra ball, do not play them. Plunge.
I don't know any of these with
Hocus. Hocus. Oh, did I not put you in? No, I didn't put you in. I know.
It's okay.
No, you can tell I
I know. Like, he got in, but I didn't.
And we're gonna have the tournament's gonna be streamed, so this is our streaming rig, and we thank Will Wilson.
It's not like it's not the CH.
Yeah. All right.
Anybody have any questions before we push the magic button to get started?
You're pushing to get 144% tonight.
All right, so we are about to get started. Just give me a minute here. So they're waiting on, about to get started. So, yeah, gonna be creating the rounds here. We're gonna be playing 2 games per round. For the first round, I'm gonna follow myself, which will be on Dolly Parton and Paragon. So let me get the rig moved over to that, and then I will be able to commentate on Dolly Parton and Paragon while I'm playing. So give me just a moment. All right, and this is Dolly Parton, and Paul is getting started. Let me update the match play information here so we can see that. And then, yeah, we're going to Paragon, which is right next to Dolly Parton as soon as this is over. Nope, that's the wrong one. Sorry about that. There we go. Yeah, so Dolly Parton, you got your Dolly letters right here. You get all 5 of those to spell Dolly. You get Parton here. Get in there 6 times to spell Parton. Each of those contributes to your bonus. Here, these inline drop targets. The first one lights your spinner for 1,000 points a spin, and then the other 3 are 2x, 3x, and 5x bonus. So a lot of people like to get their spinner lit and rip it, and then try to go up to get their letters. Once you've got a lot of letters, then it's good to multiply your bonus. And your letters do carry over from ball to ball, so that's a good thing to get. You want to get those up as quickly as possible. This is Ray, and then it'll be my turn. All right. Well, Dolly can be a quick playing game. They have similar balls, but yeah, Ray's got some good bonus. I will be back. I'm going to play my ball, and then we'll be back to commentate. Yeah, that was a mean feed. And I got no bonus because I tilted, but I didn't have any bonus anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, yeah, Paul let it sit for a little bit to let the tilt bob settle. I think we've got earplugs in the games to help the tilt bob settle more quickly. Meanwhile, he's got all but his Y and Dolly and 3 of his Parton letters. Now he's lit the spinner. Got 2x bonus. Got a decent spinner rip there. Didn't get any Parton letters out of it. A good slap save there. This game can tilt, as you saw on my ball, but that was a pretty decent effort there from Paul. Got some bonus there at the end. Ray stepping up, got 4,000 points in base bonus, plus whatever she can get from this ball. All right, just got the D in Dolly. And can't quite find the saucer. There's just lipping out. All right, got spinner lit. All right, and an in lane there to keep it going. And okay, yeah, it's a good. I like going up that little side lane next to the left of the pop bumpers to get up to the top. But when you from the right flipper anyway. All right, and it's pretty close for them, but not for me. Hopefully I can do better this ball. Having trouble getting under control on this game. So let's see here. Paul has an unlit spinner there, but still gets up to the top, hoping to pick off that last Y and Dolly or get some Parton letters in the saucer. Now he's probably going to go for the spinner, or light the spinner with like that. And we'll see if he goes for a bonus multiplier. Well, won't get a chance to do that, but he's at 77,000. See if Ray can get 30,000 points, a little over that, to pass him. And then some extra to see if I can, if she can prevent a miracle recovery from me. Good little pass there. Not quite a tap pass, but a good pass nonetheless. All right, that's a good saucer there, and another one. So definitely accumulating some letters. And all right, trying to get it back under control. Found the end lane, and be nice from the slingshots. There we go. All right, that should be, well, yeah, that's mean. All right, so was that enough? Not quite enough. All right, let me play my last ball, see what I can do there, and then I'll be moving right next door to Paragon, which is going to be our second game of the round. So give me a moment, and I will be right back. All right, there's another group finishing up their first game on Paragon, and then we'll be moving to that next. So let me see if I can find this in match play. This is Nick Poklatar. There we go. Yeah, so this is ball 3. Nick is trying to catch Rob Policia, who's currently in the lead, but he's got, 41,000 points. Looks like he's probably got it in bonus. But yeah, kind of the big things to do on this game are, first of all, try to stay alive, which is not an easy task necessarily. You want to get your bonus. Best way to do that is to spin the spinner and get some bonus there. There's some stand-ups, just like that one that he just hit there, and one that you hear that you don't necessarily want to aim for. And then these inline drop targets here, the first 2 of them will advance your bonus, and then the next 2 will give you 2x and 3x bonus, and you can get back here for 5x bonus. This is the Golden Cliffs saucer. Getting into that will give you 2,000 points to start with. Then the second time it'll be 4,000 and 6,000, 8,000, etc. But the kick out of that is really mean because it can go right here. It can go to the out lane. It can bounce on the post and go to the out lane. Sometimes it'll go to the end lane. It's maybe a little friendlier than it used to be, but it's often pretty dangerous. So it does look like Nick took first place on that one. And then this is Paul, so we're going back to our group here for Paragon. Playing in the same order. And Yeah. So, I mean, this is the Paragon saucer. So you get in there and you complete letters on Paragon. This one is set to award them in order. Sometimes they can be strobing, which is a little bit meaner. Okay, let's see how the kick out there goes. All right, that one he survived. All right, got the ball on a flipper. See what he chooses to do here. Tap pass, good job with that. And into the Beast Lair. I forgot about that. Yeah, this is a very mean area. There's a gap right here. There's a pop bumper immediately above it. So if you get in there, it is not necessarily a fun place to be. You can save it. The ball can come out here. You can get here and hop over if you can get a bit of good nudge. But yeah, you don't want to be in there generally. So, and Ray stepping up. Did not get either of the saucers. Not necessarily the worst thing if you can get it safely to a flipper, but yeah, that is not kind. All right, I'm up for my first ball. Hopefully I will be able to do better on this than I did on Dolly. All right, let me play a little bit there. Of course, the other dangerous thing on this game, in case you didn't have enough already, is this dual flipper over here. You can, if you flip at the wrong time, you can lose the ball between them. So basically, the left side is dangerous, the right side is dangerous, and the top is dangerous, and the middle is dangerous. So yeah, I mean, basically the best thing to hope for is to get on a flipper on the right side and have something to shoot at. So. All right, got some spins backwards. That counts too. Basically, you have to, every time the light, that trail of lights makes it all the way up, it gives you a bonus advance. Oh, good. Exit out of there. You really do often want to have your flipper held up whenever you're going out of there, because coming out of the Beast Lair, because that pop bumper can rocket the ball down, or even if you don't get the pop bumper, it can. Oh, and that's the mean Cliffs feed. So sorry about that. All right, I'm up to play my ball 2. All right. So Paul's got it on the flipper here. Found the first inline drop and got a good spinner rip. And another one, that second one might have not been as good as if the spinner had already been stopped, but still going through is good. He's building it up now up to, looks like 12,000 points in base bonus. I was not finding the tap pass on this when I tried it a couple of times, but Paul has got it down and found the middle, unfortunately. So, all right, 80,000 points is going to be it for Paul. So I've passed him anyway. Ray hopefully does not get the same feed. Okay, that was but that is the drain between the flippers. So. All right, well, it looks like I won this one. I'm going to go ahead and play my third ball anyway because there's still other groups playing, and then maybe we can see if there are other games that I can get the rig on. But I will play this out, and that probably means that I will drain instantly. But then I'll be back.
You can't slap it, save anything.
You can't move it. You
You can move it, only slap.
If I can sneak this out.
Yeah, so I need to run Star Trek here.
All right, we've got Playboy here. This is the Bally 1978 Playboy. Let me update the match play information. This is Matt Oldfield. There we go. Yeah, so this one is about a couple of things. Getting keys, which are the top lanes and that center stand-up target right below the pop bumper. Each of those gives you points on their own, but then they light a corresponding number here over here in the grotto. So right now he's got, looks like just 1 and 2, I think. Maybe the 1 light is dim there. This lane is good. If it's lit, you get 5,000 points, and if you hit it cleanly like that, you get onto the grotto there. So that will collect points. You get all the keys, then that lights the grotto for 25,000 points, which is nice. So that right lane, it's good. Like, it lights with switch hits, so it will light, periodically, and it's good to go through that, and especially if you can get it all the way through to get to the into the grotto. So meanwhile, he's also got, that's a good clean shot there. So just missing that third lane from the top, and he got it. So now 25,000 points for going under the grotto. And then meanwhile, he has got just that bottom model over here. These are your models. He's got all of them except the bottom one. I know that completing that will give you an extra ball, which I believe is scored as points on this game. So get into the grotto there. This has been it looks like a pretty getting some good play here. Jason Newman, player 2, 650,000 is no small score on this game. So I think Matt right now is just focusing on the grotto, hoping to get some 25,000 points a pop going up there. But I got bonus there. He's got, it looks like 20,000 points, maybe something like that in carryover, I believe. All right, Alex looked like he'd had a rough first couple of balls here. Got just the top two, the center two lanes, and unfortunately not a fresh lane on the plunge there, but got a couple of models, and got a 5,000 point switch there. And I think that completing the drop targets on the right gives you a bonus multiplier. Good tips pass there. And all right, got found the in lane. All right, that should good recovery there into the grotto. That switch on the right wasn't lit, but he's still getting at least a couple thousand points, hoping not to go into a lane he hasn't hit yet. But right back into the grotto. So that rightmost or leftmost pop bumper, there's that. And that leftmost pop bumper can give you, put you right back into the grotto, especially if you're coming through that lane. So hoping now for that rightmost lane. Didn't find it there, but right into the grotto. So getting points a little bit at a time anyway. And didn't quite make it over. See if we can get it back under control on the flipper. And got that bottom, the bottom key there. So just needs that rightmost one at the top. Couldn't get that. And it was a very good ball, but unfortunately, starting from not much on the first two balls, he did not catch up to any of the other players. So he's unfortunately going to take the last on that one. Meanwhile, Jason is looks like in a pretty comfortable position. He's got 3x bonus and 20,000 point carryover bonus, so he's already starting with 60,000 points in the bag, or in the bank, and hoping to get that rightmost lane on the plunge, because I think that's the only one he doesn't have currently. And got it. So now he's got money in the grotto as well. And all right, see if he can get it back up there like that. 25,000. And kick it out. And hope you go back in. Meanwhile, he's still making progress towards getting more keys. So I think that completing the keys again will give him a special, which I assume is going to be points. We'll see. It looks like he needs that. I think just the rightmost one again. But he's up to 5x bonus now. Couldn't. Oh, there he went through that right lane backwards while the switch was lit. So that's 5,000 points. But yeah, he's now up to 33,000 times 5 points in bonus, and now 38,000 times 5. So, and did not get that rightmost lane there. Another clean trip to the grotto. All right, so taking a look at other groups here really quick while we're seeing an amazing performance from Jason. Just keep getting it in there. Yep, back into the grotto. So it looks like we've got two more, just one other group still playing. That group is on Hocus Pocus. They started on Stargazer, and there is the top lane again, so I think that was probably a special in there. I didn't see, I wasn't watching the score, but he's up to 850,000 now, so, and he's got 39,000 times 5, so he's got it rolled if he doesn't tilt. And I think that he has been told to not play anymore. It looks like that might have been Nadia's recommendation. Nadia's one of our tournament directors, but walked by and, said something to him, and he stopped playing. So I think we're going to see a roll probably here. There we go. That is not easy to do on this game. Just gonna keep going. All right, so 1,086,930 points for Jason. So Christopher and Matt have their work cut out for them. All right. Well, Christopher, unfortunately, got a bad bounce off of that model's stand-up target bank. So he's going to be third place. Matt Oldfield's got second locked up, and that's where he's going to stay. So, looks like Hocus Pocus is still going. There's not scores put into that yet. But yeah, it's probably pretty close to being done, so I'm not going to bother moving the rig. Let me take a look at the room camera here really quick. So can't quite see Hocus Pocus here. But yeah, I would assume it is probably fairly close to being done. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the leaderboard. So we've got TJ, Nick Poclatar, Craig Kinkar, Paul Young, just the top three have 14. Nope. Okay, yeah, 4 now. Jason Newman. So that's 4 people won first place in both their games. Paul Young, who we saw in my group, took first and a second. But that was in a 3-player group, so second in that one is 4 points. This is 7-5-3-1 scoring for a 4-player group and 7-4-1 for a 3-player group. So, meanwhile, we've got Rob Pelichin, Amanda Fincher, and Jonathan Morales at 8 points, taking top 8 to the finals, and it sounds like it's going to be a Pinburgh-style final. So that's going to be 4 games in per round of the finals with, I think, 3-2-1-0 scoring. So yeah, we're just waiting on Henry, Nadia, Rachel, and Jay Goldberg to complete their play on Hocus Pocus. That is a 2-player EM game. These are all classics. So we're trying to get through as many games as we can tonight, hoping to get a lot of games to get a lot of whoppers, basically. But yeah, it's just the first round of the night, and we will hopefully, hopefully get several more rounds in. We're doing 3 hours of qualifying. So let's see, Hocus Pocus still going. Take a look at the room camera again. Yeah, it is unfortunately just right here, so we can't like on this L wall, so we can't see it. But and it's unlikely to be worth moving the rig onto that. So yeah, we're just holding off now, waiting for that game to end, and then we'll start another round, and I'll see where what games I can move the rig to. I like to put it on myself for the first round just to make sure everything's going relatively well, but then nobody wants to see me for the whole night, so we're gonna go to another group on some games we haven't seen yet either. So yeah, this is our main room here at the Austin Pinball Collective. We've got about 80 games here now, from all eras. We do have a lot of classics, so we've got some EMs and some solid states. We've got plenty of DMDs and some modern games as well. We've got, here you can see we've got a King Kong, which is probably our newest game here. We had a Dune for a bit. That's Nadia. I think that she was the last player on Hocus Pocus. And yeah, next round is up. Let's see what we've got. Hocus Pocus and Kiss, Hot Tip and Cleopatra, Genesis and Big Game, Toledo, Mars God of War, Playboy Toledo, Stingray and Paragon, and Big Game and Stargazer. Why don't we do Genesis and Big Game? Because those are both in this main room here. And then, yeah, I will. I'll be on Genesis and Big Game. So give me just a moment to move the rig. All right, this is Genesis, and then we're going to go to Big Game. Meanwhile, I need to go to Playboy to check in, which we just saw some people play that very well. But anyway, I will see if I can be back here because I can see in the background. So let me check in on Playboy, and then we will. I'll see if I can be back.
And the right orbit.
Changes which one's which.
Oh, I see it.
And then body's the rollovers. Completing all three will give you one letter in body.
Yep.
And you can get like crazy multipliers going.
You can't do anything in there, but it's, there's like a little robot. So it's like you're
Yeah, like once you beat it, or like expose it.
was fine. It was funky on the screen. It's like this.
Yeah.
You're good.
But if it does that, like tilt,
Like you're just, you don't need to do anything. Let me know.
oh my gosh. Just easy. Sorry.
All right, I had an okay first ball on Playboy, and I should be able to see it in the corner there on the player camera. So looks like this is ball 2 on Genesis. So basically the goal of this game is to spell body parts. You got 4 shots up the ramp to spell arms, 4 shots up the right ramp to spell legs. You've got a lit side lane to spell brain, so that alternates between the left and right side. Oh, it looks like our camera is frozen. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can do something about that. If it's frozen like this, I might actually have to restart OBS. Let me see if I can do something without having to restart, but give me a second. No. Yeah, all right. Let me try one more thing here. Nope. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to stop the stream, unfortunately, and I will start it back up really quickly. So hopefully there will be just a very, very brief interruption. One moment.